Good morning, Bernie. Thanks for tuning in to the Bernie Brew. My name is Jeff Flynn. I'm the managing editor at the Bernie Star. We get together with Bernie Radio, Baron Wiley and his crew here. We've got a couple here today that are up to their elbows in work preparing for the January 24th Greater Bernie Chamber of Commerce Gala, the annual gala. It's coming up.
And business awards.
And business awards. That voice there, it's not mine, that's Kim Blom. She's the executive director, president, CEO, grand poobah of our Chamber of Commerce. Welcome in, Kim.
Thank you.
Thank you for making time. You know, her schedule, if you're not in it, you're not. Her schedule is so busy. I'm just glad we actually got her in here. I thank you for making a half hour in your life for us today.
Absolutely. It's so important, and I love the busyness and
yeah,
the eagerness of all of our members, and I'm excited to have Rob Weller here with us, our immediate past chair and 2026 treasurer of the Chamber, and grand leader of the Chamber. It's not just the Kim Blum show. We have an amazing board of directors, amazing staff, and I wanted to make sure he was here to share the greatness that the board's doing at the board level to support the Chamber.
So how does that work, Rob? You become the past chair, but you just can't get away. So you come back and be the treasurer? Is that how it works? Or
yeah, you have to have the heart of a servant. Really, the success of that board is people who want to serve.
Right.
And so I was the chairman for 3 years consecutively. And then you do serve immediate past chair to support both the chairman and the CEO both, because you've got all this wisdom and experience.
Right. And speaking of wisdom and experience, Kim, you've had recognition statewide and nationally over the last year or two. Tell us about that.
Yes, 40 Under 40 by the San Antonio Business Journal, and then recently appointed to the Texas Chamber of Commerce Executives Board of Directors, so working regionally with all the state of Texas chambers. Leading alongside them, not only leading, but supporting other chambers that are up and coming or facing the challenges and showing them the way of how to combat challenges in the economy, making sure you're remaining relevant and just thriving in a evolving community.
I think that relevancy is an issue. I think a lot of businesses, I'm sure you see it, they'll say, well, what's in it for me? If I get into a chamber, what is in it for me?
Rob?
There's one more important award that Kim had received maybe 2 years ago now, right? It was the San Antonio Business Journal SBA Small Business Champion Award. And all of those awards are just the tip of the iceberg for what Kim is. And Kim gets a lot of praise, a lot of recognition, but it doesn't even begin to describe how amazing she is and her staff as well.
Right. What a staff. You look up and down. When I open the website, I look and say, I see all these faces all the time.
Dream team. Yeah, they're everywhere, and they wear many hats. And we were just having this conversation earlier this morning.
Many t-shirts.
And t-shirts. But really, everyone has a servant heart, and that's how you have to go into it, right? When, kind of back to your question, is when people are like, why the chamber? Why should I join? And back to the relevancy, we don't want it just to be what we tell you it's going to be. You come in, what do you need?
Right.
You tell us what you need, and we're going to evolve and address and meet you there. It's not just come in, this is what we offer. Come in, what do you need right now? I kind of say there's 3 buckets of chamber. There's, I want to be at every event and I want to meet every person in Boerne, Texas. Come on down. We have, over 300 events a year. Right. Or, hey, I want just the marketing. I want the exposure online. I want the exposure from your website and social media presence. Great, we can do that. Or, hey, I just want to be involved and give back and be a part of the culture and the community of what makes Boerne great. So.
Yeah, we have a new ad exec in town, and he said, what's a good way to get out there? I said, okay, in about 2.5 hours, there's an after hours mixer. It was at the Boerne law office that time. I said, go there, everybody's there. And that's true. It's gotten to the point where if you're not there, you're not.
And we miss you.
You're not.
I'll call you and say, I didn't see you at the event. Like, I was actually busy. I'm like, well, I want to see you more.
Right. So, they have to learn what's in it for them. It's what you make it. It's what you make of the chamber, correct?
Yeah, that's a really great point. That's one of the things that Kim and I used to have a lot of conversation on and has transcended throughout the organization is what value are we providing, and will people really realize that you're going to get out of it what you put into it.
Right.
You know, the effort that you put in, attending events, contacting the chamber saying, here's what I need to allow them to know they're not going to be able to predict or have a crystal ball to know that, hey, you know, Jeff needs something specific unless you tell us, you know, but we're here to support.
Yeah, we had a blast at our after hours mixer at the
party.
Yeah, that was a great party. It was a what do you want? It was a Hollywood
themes.
Hollywood theme. Hollywood Nights. We had a red. I
love the red carpet
and the strobe lights flashing, and we made it to where if you wanted to get food, you had to come down the red carpet.
I love it.
And the first few people like but after that we played music, and it was like, you know, click click click.
When we talk about it's the after hour mixers, but then evolving them to the morning mingles.
Right.
Really trying to give the members what they want. Okay, after hours, too many people. There's networking everywhere. Okay, we'll come to something a little bit smaller, more intimate, or in the morning before you start your day.
That's a key word, though, networking. Networking, if you go there, you're going to meet the people that you need to meet.
If not, our staff and myself will make sure you meet.
Yeah.
So I'm not the best networker, and Kim will find me at an event and say, have you met Rob Weller? And start introducing me because I'm usually pretty quiet. So
Right. So those who are introverted can come and meet people who will make things happen in their lives and their daily business as
even
well.
For the younger generation of those that are coming out of college or new in their career workforce, it's different, right? And so teaching them kind of the way and making it comfortable for everyone. We say here, everyone belongs. We want that to be true, right? We see a new face. I won't let a new face go by without introducing myself, but the same with the staff. Hey, we have someone new who just walked in. We want to make sure not only our staff treats them in a welcoming environment, but also our ambassadors and our volunteers. We've assigned them, go see a new face, make sure they feel welcome and meet someone new.
And it could be one of a couple situations, brand new to Boerne or a brand new business to Boerne. Somebody's been here for 3 years, somebody's been here for 33 years, and they're venturing out on their own. You know, they got their own business now, and they may have been an employee earlier and didn't have to worry about the marketing and the ads and all those other campaigns and that type of thing. Right. So this is Kim Blom. She's the executive director, president, CEO of the Greater Boerne Chamber of Commerce. And I've got Rob Weller here. He's the immediate past chair, and he's the current treasurer for the board of directors. Helps make things happen, helps give Kim her support. Kim, tell me some highlights of 2025. What are some things you are proud of, either numerically or events that happened or occurred? You start the year with the Gala, and you end the year with downtown fake snow falling in the city. Go ahead.
All the things. Well, before we do that, I wouldn't be doing my job unless I made sure that we knew that Rob Weller works at Jefferson Bank.
There we go.
I do.
Rob, briefly tell us what you do at Jefferson Bank.
So I am a commercial banker, and I help small businesses all the way up to corporations, and it's my absolute passion.
So you're the guy they want to meet at the after hours mixer or the morning mingle.
Usually.
And I'm sometimes his bodyguard. I'm Rob's busy with another member I just introduced him to. But again, not only does he serve as a leader on our board, but also as a leader in the community, right? As an organization and a bank and a business that continually invest in our community at all levels, from the senior level to the children to the animals, everything in between. So I wouldn't be doing my job if I made sure that we knew that Jefferson Bank is a great community partner of ours.
Let me ask you this before we get into 2025. Without mentioning names of their board members, tell me their affiliations. You got Jefferson Bank.
You have Ford of Boerne, Toyota of Boerne.
GVTC. We've got Liberty Capital Bank.
Bendera Electric. Evansburger Fisher Funeral Home. You have the Pearl Antler, Coldwell Banco Commercial, Sinorama, Kendall County Abstract, Baptist Health Systems, Joshua Creek Ranch, newly brought on Tapatio Springs. Again, we try to be very thoughtful and Valcor commercial real estate, and really making sure we're thoughtful in rolling everyone in, and that there's a diverse representation on our board, because they represent the chamber membership at large.
From Ford of Boerne to Pearl Antler to GVTC.
Right. Yeah. The foundation and everything in between, to the funeral home, Evansburger and Baptist Hospital.
And all those individuals mentioned, all those businesses were one time first time chamber members.
Right.
They didn't come in as a board member.
No, they did not. They were members for quite some time, and they, again, like Rob said, either have a passion to serve and or we're just big chamber champions of almost every one of these members. When you talk to them, they're like, it was the best thing ever for my business.
Right.
And they want to give back in some form. And that's how they give back, is leading. I mean, even Pax Financial Group, and like we said, Jefferson Bank, all of them kind of make up what our board should represent, from nonprofits to for-profits to small business to large business, and even in the comfort area, right?
Right.
It's not just Boerne. We want to represent the greater Kendall County, because at the end of the day, we're doing business there.
Now, let's go back to 2025. What are some highlights for Kim Bloom for 2025?
All the things. So we had over 290 in-person events. So when someone comes to me and says, well, I didn't get to network. What part of...
There were 289 other events you missed.
Yeah.
Where were you?
I always laugh when someone's like, I never heard from you. I'm like, I emailed you 88 times and I have proof of that. And
I didn't get the text message.
That's right.
You did.
It shows up and
we call that sleeping beauty syndrome.
Yes, you did.
I mean, really what I think some of my favorite numbers were that we grew by over 6% as a chamber,
right,
and welcomed over 291 new members.
I mentioned that there are 291. There probably wasn't 291 new businesses moving into Boerne last year.
Right.
So you were doing you outreach to those who either are brand new and, like you said, first year or two. Maybe
they've been here a while and they had change in leadership or change in employees, and they didn't realize their membership got dropped or didn't realize the value that the membership can bring. I mean, Rob hears it a lot is, well, what do I get out of the chamber? I was a member 10 years ago. Well, it's a different time and a different organization.
Or when I was walking to my car after one of the Lavorne I went and attended last time, somebody drove by and said, what's going on there? You know, I'm like, well, why aren't you there?
Yeah. Did you not get all the emails? And for us, retaining our members too. So, I mean, the growth is significant. We reached over 1,200 members, making us the third largest chamber continuously in the San Antonio region. So really proud of that number. And
I saw an 85% retention rate somewhere. Is that?
It's 80%,
yep.
Which is still higher than the industry average for chambers of commerces. And so for us, knowing how the economy has performed and knowing that people still choose to invest in us and allow us to serve them, that's huge. And I think that's a discussion that the board often has is, okay, what does the retention rate mean? And that's what I respect them for so much, is they look at it strategically, is how is it impacting the economy as a whole, from travel and commerce and all those things in between.
The Gala last year was tremendous.
We had over 350 attend continuously. This year we sold out in, I think, 3 days.
3 days.
For the Gala. And it's one big party. It's the Boerne party of the century, right? And Rob's our MC, has been. For us, it's really great because we get to honor and show our love and support for the businesses.
That's almost as vital a ticket as the chocolate walk.
Basically.
Yeah.
True story.
If you don't move in hours, you're not.
You're not. But again, the Business Awards, just a great chance. And every time we evolve it, and again, I look to Rob as our leader for the last 6 years, is we're like, okay, how do we make it better?
Right,
and they challenge us, and specifically Rob's like, okay, what can we do, and how do we evolve and remain relevant, right? It can't just be how it was 10 years ago. Every year it needs to be bigger and better. And we always laugh because Rob's like, okay, I feel like we've reached, like, it's the best of the best. I'm like, it's got to be better. We got to put your thinking hat on. Let's go.
I keep waiting for the plateau.
Yeah.
She proves me wrong. So.
Yep, there's no plateau.
I'm a competitive person. Tell me I can't do something. So for us, really, I mean, Diva Night was a huge event. Last year was our first full year to have it under the chamber umbrella. We had been helping the Restaurant and Retailers Association run it. And really, it grew too big for them. It was pretty cool to know that we were able to give it longevity and create a legacy with it. It first started with just a few of the retailers, I think like 15 years ago, and they needed some kind of pump into the economy before they started the Christmas holiday season. And that's really how Diva Night started. And to know that those individuals who started it with just a passion and needing help, for us to now make it a full-blown event for police officers and a whole main plaza and all the things. This year we had over 45 businesses participating for record participation and giving it a night.
Didn't you also mention that a couple of those retailers, or many of them, said that they had the best in that single night, they outdid like the previous months or however many.
Dickens, too. Right. So if you think about it, this is my favorite stat, is that for Dickens, we have about 40,000 people that attend on Main Street and shop. They have higher sales on Diva night with 4,000 women than they do with 40,000.
Right.
So give some women a credit card and some freedom, and they can do some damage.
You know, that's because I'm not there walking with my wife holding her hand.
She's
not
out
of romanticism, but out of protection of my credit cardism.
Mm-hmm.
We can get you a pink boa, and you can go walk the street.
I would love my tiara. Oh, my tiara.
Well, and I'll tell you, some of the groups have started men's night, right? Down over at the Oak, they started men's night where you can. Right. We did a drop off. We kind of had to play with it, and we're like, you can drop your husband off, and they have a bar and cigars, and you can leave them there, and they can pick you up. And even Free Rum's done a great job of hosting men's night and letting the men's go there, and the women can go shopping and meet up. Right. So it's really a full-on community event.
And I always go back to the Little League thing. I mean, when the Boerne Little League team went to the World Series, you know, you didn't know when the last game was going to be, you know, because as you advance, you know.
We were living by the minute.
Yeah, you were living by the minute. So it was like when they finally finished third, you know, they're in that third or fourth place game, and all of a sudden the e-blast went out. Parade, welcome back. I thought, well, there'd be a parade. You know, one of my first experiences was driving down Main Street and seeing hundreds of chairs lining the sidewalks.
Welcome to Boerne, Texas.
I'm like, what, did the chair truck explode? And you know, this what's left. And it rained. It rained, not horrifically, but it rained the whole time, and nobody cared.
No.
You know, here came the parade in. It was set up on the main plaza. The parade went down and came back. I thought, if you didn't know better, you'd think this was planned for months.
Right.
I had a picture of Kim directing traffic in the rain, you know, out there moving people out of
the way.
And
my team's like, where are you? And I'm like, I got to get these people moved first, and then I will come present. But I think on that.
Yeah, Kim, you're the chamber CEO. You should have somebody assigned to do that.
I have no problem getting out there.
Yeah,
I think, again, that's a testament to the team at the chamber. Those ladies, and we did used to have a man on staff. He retired, for the record. But those ladies are some of the most incredibly loving, hardworking individuals we've ever met. I mean, their character is outstanding. Their passion and their give to serve is right there. I mean, they basically were like, we need to do this. I'm like, okay, tell me where to be and what you need, and I'll support you. And again, just amazing from the poster creating party that they created, and just really were thoughtful about it. And I think that was so cool, and it showed in everything that they did, their thoughtfulness and realness.
For those of you who don't know, we're not sitting down here Saturday morning. You know, we tape this during the week and play it back when the Saturday comes up. I was arranging to get Kim in here. And when I was, I can't remember if it was emailing or texting to one of your staff, and they said, when can you do it? On my screen was the Boerne Chamber calendar. I said, God, I don't know. I don't know what little half hour can I fit in here? Can you look at, like, here's all these ribbon cuttings and all the events and the leadership series. There's just so many things going on at the chamber. Every chamber should be this active.
Thank you. Yeah, and I always say that is that it's really the team, the board, and that's why I laugh. Is when I got it on my calendar, I'm like, Rob, you're more busy than me. What does your calendar look like? You need to come. You're the guy. And so, yeah, it's very busy. And again, it's all of them playing a role, and no job is too big or too small. You walk in and want to know about membership, every single one of us can talk about membership, or every single one of us will take the trash out.
Right.
There's no, hierarchy, really. It's just go at it with an open heart and put others first.
Folks, the voice you hear right there, Kim Blome. That's not me, of course. I'm Jeff Flynn. I'm the managing editor of the Boerne Star. We work with Boerne Radio to put out the Boerne Brew. You can either pull up a beer or get a cup of coffee, whatever brew means to you. And we got Kim here from the chamber. I've got Rob Weller. He's with the Jefferson Bank. He's the immediate past chair and current board of directors treasurer.
Correct.
Got it. That's a lot of words. Usually I cut it to like 4 words. If it's more than 4, I've got to write it down.
If you just say Rob Weller, people know.
Yeah,
they're
Rob
like,
Weller.
You make me sound important.
Yeah. He's also famously known for being our MC of the gala.
Yep.
So
the gala coming
those who get into the gala get the Rob Weller show.
12th year. Yeah.
It's amazing.
January 24th. Today's the 17th, so it's next Saturday.
Yep.
I was going to say come, but if you don't have a ticket, you're not coming because it's sold out.
Watch Facebook to see who wins the business awards.
Right. But you got to be there and check out the awards. How many awards are there?
There's 5. So there's Business of the Year over 50 employees, Business of the Year under 50 employees. There's Nonprofit of the Year. There's Businessman and Businesswoman.
Okay.
We added,
and then that's Rob. Go ahead, Rob.
So then we added a 6th one this year, and it's going to be Small New Business of the Year award.
Okay, great.
And again, when we talk about that relevancy, that's really where Rob and the board comes in is, okay, how do we make it bigger and better, and how do we continue to serve? And we see a lot of newer small businesses coming into the area.
Right.
We also want to give them a chance to shine and recognize them.
And boost them up as well.
Especially to highlight the impact that they're making. A lot of them are providing services that we needed, that we've been begging for years. So they're champions that we need to recognize.
How about best logo T-shirt business? have a logoism, you get your logo in there, So anyway, Rob, tell me about emceeing. What do you do? What goes on at the gala?
Sure. There's as much art as there is to science. So public speaking, there's a lot of art to it. You have to be charismatic and you have to be likable. At the same time, you have to make it fun. And so I spent a lot of time honing that. And then on the technical side, scientific side of it, you are in the moment analyzing the audience, making sure they're engaged, making sure you speed up, slow down according to the flow. And you got to be ready for all the things that go wrong.
Right.
So
it could be that the speaker stops working, or I don't look at Rob and know that ever happened, but it's been so much. And again, like Rob's point is, I don't know if you've ever tried to get 300 plus people to be quiet when there's an open bar and food being served and all an excitement of just they're with their friends and they're having a good time. It's like, we also need you to listen to us. And Rob continuously does a phenomenal job. They just turn and listen to him, and it's great.
And you would never guess it because I'm so short and small. You would think these people would be like, I can't even see the guy.
Well, if there's a couple tables that aren't listening, what you do is you get it way right, goes, and the winner is.
There you go.
We've even
don't give away my secrets.
Yeah. We've also had a winner get up because they didn't know it was when Sinorama won, and they print the awards, so we faked them out and put a different name on it. And so they printed the wrong award. And so they were getting up because they knew, they were like, we didn't win. So they were getting up to go to the bar. And then we called their name and they were like, they turned around, looked around and looked at Rob and then looked at me. I'm like, you actually just won.
Yeah.
And I was like, Rob, you're going to have to repeat yourselves because they're confused. But so again, always being on edge and be able to
you can have the program printer see their name and win.
No, never.
Never.
Everything's top secret. So.
I don't even know the winners until the evening of, because I don't want people calling me and emailing me, which happens, and they're going, hey, I've been nominated. Did I win? I don't know.
You have to be there and find out.
You have to be there.
And me too, because everyone knows I love to talk. I'm like, oh my gosh, yeah. And they're like, you are not supposed to tell that. Even when the themes, right? Every year they really put a lot of effort into making the theme fun. We just don't want to do the same thing.
What was this year's theme?
This year's theme is New Orleans.
Yeah,
so,
New Orleans, okay.
It'll be really fun.
French Quarter.
Okay. Yeah. See, that's why you're on the committee and I'm not. But
no beads.
And so really just trying to be creative and fun, and where they come and they have an experience that they haven't had before, right? We want that. And then also where everyone feels like they belong. We've had people wear jeans. We don't care. Just come as you're comfortable and have a good time and celebrate all the great things. I know we're wrapping up, but I think even this year it's more important than ever, especially after the July 4th disaster and flooding, to know that this community stepped up and ways that I don't even think have been expressed in the community.
Right.
So for me to see them get excited for something and know that we can celebrate them for the good that they did, whether it was just feeding the first responders, and the small ways became big things, right? Even the Sinorama was like, we're going to put a few signs. 100 signs went in the first 10 minutes. Yeah. Then it was their dream bringing us 1,000 signs, and we're giving out 1,000 signs a day.
We were getting calls at the newspaper. Oh, yeah. Where do we get those signs?
The chamber was a revolving door. But again, it's those individuals and those businesses, small and large, right? From O.W. Lee opening up their space and all that. Being able to have them come in and just celebrate and have a good time and kind of not forget, but also live a little.
Well, folks, we're about to wrap up here. Do like I do. Go on the Boerne Chamber website and open up their calendar. Just look at the many things that are driven by the chamber and also recognized as events in the community that the chamber puts on the calendar as well. You'll find events there you need to be a part of. I haven't been in the morning mingle just because I'm not a morning guy.
Yeah. Well, we say before 9, it's 8:45. We know, Bernie. Again, you can't be in denial. It's going to be 8:45 unless you're Rob Weller showing up to work at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
Listen, Kim, thanks for coming in. Kim Blome from the Chamber of Commerce. Rob Weller, past chair, current treasurer. Guys, thanks for coming in. If you have tickets to the gala, dress out. Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we
no Mardi Gras beads.
Yeah, no Mardi Gras beads. None of that. Nothing connected to beads. Elegance.
Yes.
Yeah, French Quarter elegance.
Classic.
Listen, folks, thanks for tuning in. Have a great year ahead of us. Enjoy your week and have a pleasant tomorrow. Thanks very much, folks. God bless. Bye-bye.